Hello there YouTube and welcome to this video. I am Davros and I'm a Whovian, and today I am ranking all the Revival era series. So yeah, the show came back in 2005, and since then, in the last almost 20 years, about 18 years now, we've had 13 series and a couple of specials. So I thought now would be a good time to rank all these series because we just well. We didn't have a series last year. We're not going to get one this year, but we still are compensated with it by great specials. So I thought I would rank all the series up from the revived era, from 2005 to 2021. So before we go with it, I just want to throw in honourable mentions to the 2009 specials, well, 2008 to 2010 specials, from The Next Doctor to The End of Time. The 2013 specials, them being The Day of the Doctor and The Time of the Doctor, and the 2022 specials, being Eve of the Daleks and Legend of the Sea Devils and The Power of the Doctor, and the 2019 New Year's Day special resolutions. So yes, here we go. So I'm ranked they're all 13 series, so let's just get underway. So coming in at number 13 is Series 11 from 2018. Now, I was all hyped for this series. I like that they said that it was partly based in my home city of Sheffield, and I like those episodes. This had some good episodes in there, like Arachnids in the UK, Rosa, but I get what Chris Chibnall was trying to do. He wanted to revitalise the show and have it so no one had to commit to watching all the other series beforehand. He wanted to sort of reboot it and that, but yeah, I feel we didn't have great episodes in this. We did have some good episodes though. Like I said, Rosa, the opening episode, The Woman Who Fell to Earth. This was also a huge deal at the time because, we were about to see a woman take on the role of the Doctor, Jodie Whittaker, so, I get the hype and everything, and it was a good opening episode, but I just feel that the series was missing a story arc, and there was a lot of filler in there that I found a bit boring. But it does have its few good episodes, but yeah, we got to start somewhere. But ballsy move, though, for Chibnall to not include any classic monsters. No classic monsters for this series, but we did get one Dalek in the New Year's special, but yeah. So coming in at number 12 is Series 13, Flux. This series was interesting. Now, I get this was probably, the production of this was probably heavily hit due to the COVID pandemic. They had very little to work with. They had to, make a lot of drastic alterations. But they did do a kind of series thing, like classic series where it's serialized, it's 6 episodes. I like that they kind of, hinted at the old formula there. It was the first time a whole series was one continuous story since The Trial of a Time Lord. And we did get Daleks, Cybermen cameos, Centaurans. We got Weeping Angels, and then we got the villain's Swarm and his sister. And I feel that this was a pretty rushed one, and I mean it was interesting, but having I don't think our generation is cut out for that kind of patience like the old generation were with the revival, with the classic era when it was serialised. But still, number 11, it is Series 12, 2020, Jodie's second season, I think probably her best one. Probably her most controversial one, but the highlights for me on this one is the Master making his surprise return, played by the great Sacha Dhawan. I love that opening episode and how he reveals himself at the end of part 1. I just still get goosebumps watching that every time. And yeah, like I said, it had some improved episodes, but of course we got the whole controversial thing behind it, the timeless child story that has such a love-hate thing. I don't know what to make of that story arc, but yeah, in my opinion, with that, anything before Hartnell is not officially the Doctor. So to me, he is still the original, you might say. But interesting concept. I get where Chibnall was coming from with that, given the classic era has hinted stuff like that before, like in The Brains of Morbius. But yeah, probably one of Whittaker's better seasons. Okay, so yeah, let's all agree that Chris Chibnall's era wasn't the best. I'm not saying Chibnall's a bad writer, I just don't think science fiction is his strong point. So, just getting that out of the way. So, number 10. We're top 10 now. Number 10 is Series 3. Now, this was probably one of David Tennant's best ones, I thought at the time. I love that in this series we got, the Daleks in there and the Cult of Skaro once again. Good middle series there. And I also liked that we got the return of the Master, played by Derek Jacobi, then John Sim. And it was a good series, and then we had a 3-part finale, which was also entertaining and exciting. But we did get some poor written episodes in there, but still, most of them good. David Tennant made it worthwhile with Freeman Agyeman, but I get that everyone was probably still adjusting to Rose not being in there, pretty much like the Doctor was. But yeah, I feel there's more series that have been better than this since. Coming in at number 9 is Series 9. Now I like this series. I like that we got no mid-season break in between. I liked, Capaldi in this playing the Doctor. I like the 2-part opening. But this one, I get that they were trying to do something different with it again, but, having a 2-part, having every other episode starting with a 2-parter would just, I don't know, if I'm being honest, that series, I actually kind of fell out with it a bit. I wasn't as eager to watch it on the night it aired. I was happy to just, watch it the next day on iPlayer. Because, like I say, it just, I don't know, just didn't do it for me. So, yeah, number 9, Series 9. At number 8, it is Series 7. Series 7 is an okay series. Part 1 of it is, with the opening with the Daleks, and then we get a 1-2-parter in there. Then we get the mid-series finale with the Weeping Angels, and we get the Christmas special in between. I thought Part A was good. Part B was not as good, but okay. I mean, I did like the relationship between the 11th Doctor and Clara. Wasn't too keen on 12 and Clara, but 11 and Clara was great. But I feel that, Matt Smith could have done a full series with her, but decided to leave after the specials of that year. But still, it was an interesting finale as well, setting things in motion for the 50th anniversary specials that were to come. But, yeah, some boring fillers in there too, but had some good ones like A Town Called Mercy and Dinosaurs on a Spaceship. But, yeah. So coming in at number 7 is Series 2. So Series 2 was a great series. I enjoyed watching it. It was the series where I truly fell in love with the show, and I remember when I got the DVD box set I would watch it again and again. But over time I feel it's become a little dated with effects and storytelling and that, and don't know whether it's because I've just watched it to death, but still, David Tennant is great in it. I like that we got the return of Sarah Jane Smith, showing old fans that it is still the same show from, all those years ago that they remember. And I like that we got the return of the Cybermen. Daleks in Series 1, Cybermen in Series 2. I liked that. But, yeah, I just feel that the next, 6, I've took the spot from it since. So coming in at number 6 is Series 1. Yes, the series where the show returned on our screens. The old generation were watching in anticipation. The new generation didn't know what to expect, and I loved it. I love Christopher Eccleston playing a doctor. I found it a shame that he only did one series, but still, it was still a good series. But I feel the first series got us to know Christopher Eccleston, and he left too soon. But this was just a taste of great stuff to come. And the end when he regenerates into David Tennant, that explained it for me, why they've changed all the actors all over the years. And because we were a whole new generation that didn't fully know exactly what regeneration was. But yeah, good series. And I tuned in every week in 2005 to sit to watch them. So next at number 5, top 5 now, is Series 4. David Tennant's best series yet. I thought it was bloody great. Series 1, bring back the Daleks. Series 2, bring back the Cybermen. Series 3, bring back the Master. Series 4, bring back Davros. And we got the finale with Davros in there. I loved that we got Davros back, and he was just so brilliant. Different actor, but he did a good job, and I loved that. I loved the Avengers-styled assemblement in the finale, where we didn't just get the Doctor and Donna, we got all of them back from the revival era, including Sarah Jane, Mickey, Rose, Jackie, Sarah, I've said Sarah Jane, Martha, just everyone. Even the spin-offs coming in there as well, the Sarah Jane Adventures and Torchwood clashing with this show. It was like a big crossover event, which I don't think we've seen in the show since. And, this was Russell T Davies's last series as well as showrunner. Well, his last series for the time being, because he's yet to come back. Well, he's coming back for definite. But I do feel that, the finale where we had the cliffhanger of the regeneration was a bit dissatisfying. I'm glad that David Tennant stayed on, but I'm kind of disappointed we didn't see a full change. But still, good episodes in there. Even, a familiar face which would soon one day be the Doctor as well. So, coming in at number 4, it is Series 6. Now, this one, I didn't mind that we got a mid-series break. What I was dreading was what would the cliffhanger be. It wasn't a cliffhanger that made me aching to see what happens next, but it was a good first half, and then a good second half. The whole theme of the silence and stuff. And yeah, I guess Stephen Moffat, when he took the show to stateside to film, they wanted it. I don't know why they had the mid-series break, but I kind of thought, okay, yeah, sure. Have half the series on now, and then I can enjoy the summer. And then we got the returning in the autumn. I didn't mind that, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought, we get to see Doctor Who go on into the autumn, so it's kind of on for longer. But yeah, Matt Smith was great in it. I like the silence. Yeah. So coming in at number 3, it is Series 5. So this had a lot to live up to, because Russell T Davies were officially left, and Stephen Moffat was the new showrunner. We had a new Doctor as well, Matt Smith, and I don't think Moffat let me down. I think this was a good series. We got the Daleks in there, and like Moffat said, you're not the Doctor until you've officially confronted the Daleks, and since then I felt, yeah. I liked that this series tied a lot of loose ends, like how does the TARDIS keep changing? We got an answer for that. Why do the Daleks keep changing their shells? We got an answer for that, even though since then they've gone back to the bronze Daleks. Yeah, it was just a fun, entertaining one, and a full revitalisation for the show, because we'd had 4 series and a special, specials with, the same format. This, the whole format for it changed with the logo and the intro. I liked that. I liked this series, and the whole cracks and that. Yeah, it was a fun series, and I thought it's not lost its touch for me. So coming in at number 2 is Series 8. Yes, Stephen Moffat, I feel, did outstay his welcome, and he learnt a little too late that it was, when to leave. I mean, he had a bit of a rough patch with Series 9, but his first and third series with Capaldi was good. Series 8, Capaldi won me over after one episode. I loved Peter Capaldi playing the Doctor, and he made it worthwhile. A lot of people said he plays the role too seriously, but I didn't mind that. I really loved Capaldi playing the Doctor, but I just did not like his relationship with Clara. I feel it changed drastically when 11 went. I like that we got Matt Smith's cameo in the opening episode, Deep Breath, because I was like, that was a heartwarming moment for me. And it was not just like reassuring Clara that he was still there, it was reassuring the rest of us that he's still that Doctor. But yeah, just a fun series, and I love the mystery behind Missy. I knew she was going to be a Time Lord, but when she said she was the Master, I thought, impressive. They made the Master a woman. I feel that was a foreshadowing of what were to come after when the Doctor becomes a woman. But yeah, I did like that series with the Cybermen as well, and we got to see the Doctor finally salute to the Brigadier, even though he was a Cyberman. We knew it was still him. So my number 1 pick, it is Series 10. To me, the best series of the revived era. Peter Capaldi's best series by far. I loved him playing the Doctor in it. A lot of people that I knew said they didn't like Capaldi, saying he's too intense, he plays it seriously. But they say, after watching this one, they were saying, I want to see him do another series, which is something they thought they would never say and I would never hear. I loved Nardole, Matt Lucas, playing Nardole. He was a great support, some good comic relief in there. I'm so glad they brought him back. And I just loved, Pearl Mackie as Bill Potts. Bill Potts, I just loved her in it. I liked that she was just plain Bill. That she didn't have a special name behind her like the Bad Wolf or the Most Important Woman in the Cosmos or the Impossible Girl. She was just plain Bill, and I loved her character. And it's a shame that that era was short-lived by one series. I really would have loved to have seen more of them lot, but we'll always have that one series where I think Moffat actually got it right with the show. I truly enjoyed Series 10, and the Christmas special, Twice Upon a Time. Great ending for a good era there. Love that we got David Bradley back as the first Doctor. I love this whole series, and it's my favourite one so far of the revival era. So there you are. There is my ranking of all 13 series of the revived era of Doctor Who. How would you rank these? Let me know down in the comments below. This has probably been a long video, so I appreciate you still watching to the end if you have. But yeah, there you go. There has been my rankings. So yeah, how would you rank the series? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and to share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell. A few clicks for you, but it means a great deal for me. But the choice is yours at the end of the day. So there you go. So I've been Davros the Whoian, and this has been my series ranking. So until next time, run for your life.